Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good, and today we are going to be looking at the CS301 assignment. So in this assignment we have a couple things to make. Like the first one is a structure. Simply you can say a struct, and it is a student profile. So first of all we have to create a student profile, not an object but a structure. It's similar to class but only with minor differences. And then we have a class which is the array list, which will like hold everything about the student profile. I will not go into the details of what it is right now because we will be coding it in detail later on. And these are the data members of student profile, and then we have the data members and the methods for the array list. And to go on to the conceptual view of this thing, we just made a little drawing over here to just show you guys what exactly we're going to be building today in C++. And we have a student over here. Like this is one instance of a student profile. Like we have a class structure which creates student profile, and then we can create multiple instances of the students. And this is one, we can copy that and we can paste it, and then like this is another one, this is student 2, and then we can have student 3, and then student 4 and student 5. So how easy it is. So first of all, like we have a structure, we can use that multiple times to create our multiple instances of the students. So without wasting any time, let's go to the dev C++ and start coding. So here we go. I don't want this video to be any longer because I don't want to waste anyone's time. So it's taking too much time. Alright, so we will create a new source file and we will start off with coding. And then one more thing I had to explain over here. So these are our 5 students, and then after the struct we have to create an array list. This which is simply, you can say, a box which contains all our students information, like user ID, and then the username, and then the like university name or whatever information is about the student. And then we have another like array index where we can store the information of the next student, and then so on and so forth. And then now we are going to create the actual implementation of the thing which we have just seen in the C++. So first of all, very basic thing, including the header files, iostream, and using namespace std, and a boilerplate for us, just a simple thing. And then we will be using the string.h frequently in our program, so I'm going to include that on the top so that I don't have to include it again and again, or again later. String.h, yeah. So this is the string, and then we are going to first create the structure. I will just turn it on a bit, and we'll increase the font size a little bit. So the struct is student here, student profile, and the student profile, and there we go. And then we have the data members, as we already talked about it. Like we have data members, user ID, username. Alright, so let's do this. Get it on one side. I know what's the issue. Alright, and they get the dev C++ on the other side of it. Hang on, this is turning out to be messy because I'm using a couple monitors, so this is creating a little bit of a problem for me. Anyways, let's start with coding. So we have this user ID. It's not going to be integer because we have our user IDs like BC or DC or MC or something like that. So I'm not going to be using integer. This is going to be a string data type. So this is string user ID, all small letters, and then string username, and then we have string subject, and then we have string degree name, and then we have string uni name. And that's all for the structure. So our structure is completed, and by default inside the structure everything is public. Whatever we write is going to be public unless we make it private by specifying the type like the accessibility of those variables. So I'm not going to do it over here, so everything is public. We can access them later on inside our class list. You will see, we will check it out momentarily. And then we have a class which is ArrayList. There is a class, and we have the data members for it, and now we have to be careful about the class, as the class is something which is like basically, or I should say not basically, but whatever the general use of the class is to keep the data hidden from the user, and also to like keep the implementation hidden from the user, and just only give the usage, so that only the user can use the things without knowing what exactly is inside the class. So we gotta write the public thing, and then we are going to write the array which we are going to create. So that's going to be student profile array, and this is going to be a type pointer, and then we are going to like current variable as is defined over there, and then there's going to be list size. There's our public thing. No, this is private, sorry. These things are private, so I'm going to keep that private. All the data members are going to be private, so this is. And then we have the public, like the first one is the constructor, array list, and then we have add function, which you can see on the right. Add function, which is going to be, I think I should increase the size for you a little bit. It gets difficult to read from the smaller devices, so that I'm doing it. Alright. And yeah. So add. So what the add is going to take as a parameter, add student, and record in the array list at a position in which we want to add it, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be our add function. So let me have a look at it. Alright. So the add is going to be having a student profile. So simply we are going to like, yeah, let's give it a position as well. Or for the while, just give it a student, and then later on we will change it to like position or wherever we want to. And let's go through the functions real quick. Then we have the find function, like find x, and the find x is going to be returning student profile, and this is the find, and we're just going to pass it a variable which is a type integer, and then we are going to return the student at that particular area, and then we are going to write over update function, which is also going to be a void function, as it is not going to return anything. So update, update is going to take a couple things, which are like student, hang on a second, which is going to be a position, like integer position, yeah, and the student profile to be student, yeah, and then we are going to have something like remove, yeah, void remove, and it's going to have integer x, and then we are going to have into list length. So that will return simply an integer, which is going to be type like integer only, yeah, which is going to be the size of the array. And then we have the void. I'm speaking too much. These things are not that much difficult. So the show list, and then we have the void compare student record, which I think I will be giving you guys for an exercise, so that you can try and experiment with this thing. I will try to solve this thing, and will update it in the file. I will show you where it will be available. But for now, I want you guys to understand the concept of it a little bit, and it will help you a lot understanding. So, and student profile y. So this is going to be another thing. So I think we are done with everything from the side of the document, which we got from the assignment part. So, alright, so then now I'm just going to concentrate on the implementation of whatever I've written over here. So we got a student profile structure, and just to check that so far we are working fine, we're going to count the working, and then compile it, and I'm gonna keep it the student profile. Yeah, save it. Let's see if we got any errors or not. Oh, here we go, an error. Alright, no errors. Alright, it's working. And let's check it out. It's working. No runtime errors at all. Runtime errors can cause your program to crash when you try to start it. So there's no runtime error at all at this time. So I'm just going to remove the code statement, and now what I'm going to do is to implement all these functions one by one. So first of all, we got the constructor, the multi constructor. This is going to be array list. Yeah, here we go. And then in the constructor, we're going to do a couple of things, three things to be honest. Array is equal to new student profile. Oh no, it's going to be a top array, and only we want 5 students inside the array, as it was mentioned in the latter part of the assignment. You can see you will have to populate it by 5 somewhere. I don't know. It was written somewhere here, but I forgot it. Whatever it was. So whatever, I'm just gonna make it for 5. If you want to extend it, you can change this constant 5 over here. You can go 10 or 100 or whatever. I'm just leaving it up to you. And then we have a list size, which is going to be 0 in the start initially, and then we have the current variable to 0 as well. So this is our implementation for the constructor, and then we're going to move on to the member function add. So array list. I'm sorry, we made too many mistakes while I'm typing. So this is student profile. We can name it X or whatever, and then like now we can do a couple things over here. If we want to go at a specific position, we can go like, we can have an integer X, and then we can give it like a position over here, like int Y, because we are using the X variable on the side. So like we can pass in that Y over here inside the array, and we can equalize it to X, which is going to be the student, and it will simply do. And then we can increase the list size plus plus, and then the current variable is going to be equal to list size at that moment, because the list size is 0 and it's increased, so the current size will be there wherever list size is. So I'm just going to remove this thing. No, it's not going to remove that thing, and neither this, but I'm not going to use any integer this over here. If you want to use, you can use it. It's pretty easy, but right now I'm going to keep this thing inside the list size so that we don't have to manually write anything while we are inserting anything inside our list. So it is more flexible kind of a thing. So inside the list size, array list size is going to be the 0 index. The list size is 0 initially, so at 0 our first thing will be stored, and when we're going to store the next thing, the list size is plus plus, which means that the list size is equal to 1, and the next time when we click the add, or when we use the add method, then the list size is going to be 1, and on index 1 it's going to store the next variable, which is the student profile tab. So, and now going on further, we're going to write the implementation for the find. So this is going to be returning student profile, and student profile array list find. I don't know, I made a mistake over here. No, I don't think so. Alright, because it was not giving me any intelligence this time, that's why I was thinking that I made a mistake, but I will check it in a while. Alright, return error X, and so anything at this position X is going to be returned, and we're going to have that tick. So let's just execute it and see if we have any errors. No errors until now. I can't believe I'm talking that fast. Well, whatever. Avoid array list. Array list, and then we have the update, or what? Yeah, I think we have the update function right over here. After the find we have the update, so yeah. Update, And in the update function we are going to have like it's going to again take the position, and at the end position we're going to have there are a couple things which are inside the update function. So first of all we have the position over here, position, and then the student profile. I don't know, they kept a very long name for a structure which basically is not kept for the for using it later on, so we have to use it too many times, so there should be small name, but in the assignment they say that we have to use a student profile for the structure name. So anyways, student, and then we have this equals to student, simply. And next we have the remove. Yeah, we have the remove function. So remove is also going to be a void, and it's going to be removing everything. Not everything, but the certain things which we want to remove. Okay, and X, and just to remove it. So what it's going to do is that it's going to make everything equal to it's going to make everything equal to an empty string. So user ID, so the array x dot user ID is going to be equal to null. We can't say null, but we can say the empty string. If we get it equal to a null variable, it's going to show us an error, or not an error, but a warning that we can't make a string variable equal to a null or blah blah blah. But I don't want to confuse you with any kind of a warning in the console, so we're just gonna make it equal to an empty string, and then we can use like we can copy them actually from the top, and we can paste them here. We will remove these strings alongside. Actually, I'm missing the other text editor where I can remove everything at once, and I can copy and use that thing like at the same time. So this is what I'm going to do with it. And after that, I'm going to copy this and paste it here to save a little bit of a time, and then the intended little bit. Yep. Alright. So now, as you can see, it's very simple. Update will no, it's remove. I was just shocked for a while what I'm doing. I can be updating using the remove function. Oh, shit. Alright, whatever. Update. After the remove function, we have the function which one? List length. Alright. So the list length is going to be returning the integer, and as usual every list, and it's going to be list length, and it's going to return what? List size. And then we have, I don't know, it's the final one or whatever. Yeah, I think it's the final one. Add a list, and it was as you remember, show list. Yeah, array list, show list. And inside show list, what we are going to do, it is going to be something tricky or a little bit lengthier than the other method. So over here, what we're going to do, as we have in the assignment part, that we want to show our data like this format. So I'll just try to make that format, but I'm not sure how much accurate I'm going to make it. So first of all, we have a SR, as you can see over here. SR, then ID, then name, and subject. I'm going to check that out again. Alright, then a little bit of spacing, and then we have no, inside the serial number. So we have serial number, and then the ID, and then the name, and then we have degree, and after that we have the university, and I think that's it. And then we're gonna end it with the end line. Oh, my bad. Alright, and then we have to go through the array of the students. So for that we have to use a for loop, or we can use a while loop. No, I think the for loop is better, way more better for the new persons to understand, as it gives everything inside of it. So for I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 5, which I declared over it, but not keep it 5. We can do one more thing. We can say that if it is smaller than or equal to this size, we make it high plus plus. And then what are we going to do that inside of it, if over array, like it is the condition, because we don't want to show anything which is empty. So either ID, if you show it, it will not render anything to the console, but I just want to make sure that nothing is outputted when there is nothing inside of it. There is a check over there. And like that, once again I'm using the wrong curly braces. Alright, and then we're going to use the count I plus 1. Because why I'm using I plus 1, because I is going to be 0 and I want to use the serial number. So the serial number will be starting from the 1. I don't want it to be 0, so it's going to be 1, and then for the next when it will be 1, it will be 2. So this is what I'm trying to do over here. And then I'm going to have a little bit of a spacing here, and we have the space over here, so a little bit of space over here, and then we have the inside of the array at position I, the user ID, and then again we got spacing, and after the spacing I got, oh, I can copy that, username, and then spacing. Ooh, it's going to be a tidy work for me. I dot, what was that? After the username we have the subject. Alright, and after the subject we have array I, which is going to be dot degree, and we have something like, oh, spacing, yeah. Spacing is a lot difficult when you're typing something. Alright. Then at index I we have the it's not giving me any kind of assistance while I'm typing it. What's the actual problem in here? By the way, whatever. We have the uni name, the degree name, and the subject. So I was trying to prove a mistake, but I just thought I'm making it. So here we go. And then I will copy that again, because I don't want to have too many errors at once. Alright, so this is the uni name, and then we have no spaces this time. We're gonna simply end it, and then on the other line, what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm just going to close it, and I'm not going to do anything else inside of it. So just go back, and now we just have to make a destructor for our, if you don't create a destructor it's pretty okay, but I want to create it as it is a good practice. So you can create a destructor by tapping the tilde key, and then array list, same as your class name as your constructor, and then the only difference is that it's this thing which is just beneath your escape. You can press the tilde key, and then you can create a destructor. What we're going to do inside the destructor is, let's define it at the end. Void array, yeah, array list, and then it's going to be a no destructor. Hang on, what are you doing? Alright, let me type it manually. I don't know why the heck it is not working now. Okay. So inside our destructor we're just going to delete our array which we created dynamically, I don't know, let's see, syntax for it. I think we have to keep it behind the array when we are deleting it. So here we go, just save it and just check it if everything is working fine. With this, do that. Oh, this is position, so we have to be at position. This is not a variable inside of there, so compile it. Then we have a username. We didn't place any equal sign, neither here nor here. Alright, save. Compile again. Once again. Alright, I think it's because of the type. And what's the error? And then the function. Why are we getting this error? So this is going to be array list. Nothing very. Oh, we're using void behind the destructor. We don't have to use it actually. So okay, compile it. And yeah. Okay, I think we made a mistake on this line. Which is being reflected over here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe here. Let me save it. No. I don't know. I'm writing the right spellings for it as well. No matching function. Oh, maybe we didn't. We did. We actually did it here, like a destructor. But let me check it out again. Oh, we have a destructor here, and we are calling it as well, like the destructor without any parameter, but no matching for list. Anyways, I'm just gonna delete it and compile it. Let's see if we got any error. They say I think we have made a mistake somewhere when we ended the class, or I think we have made some kind of a mistake. No mistake at all. Alright, so definition is not allowed here before alright, so I think we have this problem. Yeah, we were having this thing comes actually too much, and because of the Dev C+ native IDE, this problem is too much heavy. I don't know. Well, okay, let's do it again. And then we have to write our custody structure again. Alright. This is bad. Okay, so let's delete. Now what is it? Actually, yeah. Okay, let's compile it again. This time we are able to. Alright, so now I have just wrote down these amount of things for you, as I don't want to get to type a lot of things. I will just try to create an array list. Just a student array. Yeah. Student array, just compile it. Oh, we got no errors. So then we are going to create 5 students. So how are we going to do it? I'm going to copy the text and paste it here because I don't want to waste any further time. Alright, this is like the creation of the students, and then what we're going to do is to say something like student1 dot username. No, the user ID is going to be the ID which you have, like BC whatever, or MC or whatever, but I'm going to copy these all instances and I'm going to paste it. right over here because I don't want to waste a lot of time while typing it in. It really wastes a lot of time. So then after creating a student, we want to add it inside the array. So student array dot add, and inside the add I'm going to pass in a variable which is of the type student profile inside this add function, and then I'm going to call it degree program. It's degree name actually, not the program. Yeah, let's compile it. And done. Alright, so after this is done, what I'm gonna do here is actually yeah, I have to show the list. So let's just show the list. Array student array dot show list. Compile it. Right, we did it. Hopefully we did it. Congratulations everyone. We were able to add one record into it, and we were able to show it. And okay, let's try and do it for another record. And I'm just again going to copy the same thing, this time for the student variable 2 is student 2. I'm just going to add everything like it's BC200, the name is John, and other things the same. And then I'm going to call the same function which is over here, and this time I'm going to add student 2, and let's just compile it. Again the same problem. This is going to be name. Okay. Alright, so let's run it. We got the another row over here as well, with the data we just inserted. So that's all for it now, and we can create other rows. Like we had to create 5 or whatever students inside of a program. We can create them like this, or we can dynamically create them by getting the user values. Like if you have to enter the ID for the user, and then the name, and then the degree, and then the subject. I think I'm missing the subject over there. Like I had to after the degree. Well, I don't know. The subject before the degree, so this is something I was missing out. So this was it. I'm not going to go and try out all the other methods which are over here. You can do them accordingly as these are given inside the assignment file. This was just an ideal solution in order to give you an idea of how to solve it, because this was going to be a difficult thing without any idea. So this was it. You can try out these all methods which are given. Like find method is very easy, and another one is like update. I think we didn't use any update inside of the coding. So you can use update method, you can use the remove method, and all those things. But for now I don't have a lot of time, and I'm feeling too much tired right now. So you can try it on your own, and I will see you guys later.